Oh, what's going on, everybody? Happy Monday. Happy Monday. Well, depending on what team you're a fan of, because, obviously that free agency tamper window just opened up. So I know some folks aren't too
Yes,
happy,
sir.
some are. But no, Rod, what's good, man? How you doing?
Man, I can't call it. I'm good, blessed, and then some. So, hey, man, can't complain. Y'all ain't got enough time to listen anyway. So, it's all good. How you feeling, man?
I feel it. No, I'm solid. I am solid. Bebop, you're 100% right. Kirk on into Atlanta. We're going to talk about that for sure. Just
Ooh,
thinking about this, all these moves keep happening. We're going to need a completely new intro because over half the people won't be on the same teams anymore. Um,
bingo.
yeah, but oh man, things are good. I think we're gonna have some other people that join in a little bit later as we go on. Shout out to the 3,600 that are already in here. That that's gonna keep
Facts.
growing and growing. So we appreciate y'all. But yeah,
Appreciate
we'll,
all.
we'll get into it. Obviously we can just start off with our own teams. The Niners have made some moves, whether by addition or subtraction. Biggest one or the biggest name I think so far was, of course, Eric Armstead. It's going to be released now. It's still a matter of what kind of designation that's going to be. That determines what cap space they get from it. But there's been the questions about use check, but you did get Leonard Floyd today, which I think is a really good get for y'all. But I still have my questions about what's going to happen at defensive tackle as well, because you have Hargrave there right now, and then nothing else. So, all right, how are you
That's
feeling on this?
somebody you put me on to. That's somebody you put me on to now. I just want to give you respects because when you talked about the run game last year, you know what I'm saying? And you made it good. Jacqueline, what up, girl? Christian, what up? Bebop, throwback, what up to all y'all in here? But when you made that conversation about Hargrave last year, and you was talking about his run defense then, and I was like, I was trying to really think about like, what did you mean by it? I seen it when Armstead wasn't there. And I was
Mhm.
like, this is what Jordan was talking about right here. This is where when we need those certain run block defense, defensive stops or whatever the case may be, we're not getting them. And once Armstead comes back or came back, then, you know, um, it shut down a lot of stuff that was going through there. So, pause. So it's just like at the end of the day, we'll see. We'll see. Now that Armstead is gone, I mean, what is it?
He played
He
in what,
missed
8, 9 games this year?
10. Yeah, they missed like 20 in the last 2 seasons, something
Mm.
like that, or 10. It's a lot, especially at the amount that he was getting paid a
For sure.
year. 20, you know what I'm saying? Going into this year, 28 million. I mean, we need that money somewhere. You got to resign BA. Like, stop playing. Stop playing. That's the number one receiver. Like,
Yep.
if we was to cater a lot of stuff around BA, I think it opens up the rest of the playbook for everybody else to get busy. But hell, you know, Mr. Genius knows this, so you know what I mean. Hey, that's that's another subject. Another topic. But
Yeah.
anyway, outside of that, how you feeling? How you feeling about Atlanta? How you feeling about A Town Storm? How you feeling about it? Talk to me.
Honestly, I like. Here's the only reason why I was not all in on Kirk Cousins when the rumors first started. 36 coming off a torn Achilles later in the season. That was literally it. Had that not happened and this was a possibility, I'd be like, okay, I got it. I mean, the reason why I was so much more so with and for Russell Wilson, if you wanted to go the older way today, right, was
Right.
is because again, like Denver's already got to pay him his $39 million. So we only had to pay him like one or whatever. So then we can go get a Daniil Hunter or whomever else, however we see fit. That was kind of where I wanted to go. But I mean, overall, especially the fact that, and I forgot this too, Kevin O'Connell, who's the head coach and play caller in Minnesota, comes from the Sean McVay tree. So now that you have Zach Robinson, who's coming in from LA, like it just makes sense. You know what I'm
Terrence,
saying?
what up, homie?
So
Yeah.
was good, Karen. So that's just kind of where I am with it now. And you know how I usually am. It's like, okay, now that you do this, let me see what you do next. Because there's still
Right.
a lot of things we gotta patch up to really make some things happen. Because it's gonna be just like last year again. NFC South's wide open. Um, you know, like I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh, we should be a contender, right? I'm not crazy, but of course you never know what can happen. But it's
I
just like,
like your offense though.
well,
Your offense gonna be nice, bruh.
we need
Like,
some more
don't.
receivers. We need some more receivers right now. Drake London is like the only receiver we really have in that room,
Okay, y'all can get. Say if y'all get somebody out of the draft.
which I think is a possibility. I mean,
Yeah, like
that's what I'm
second or
saying.
third
Like,
round.
yeah, and I
Y'all
guess
first round should be somebody on the line, right?
I would love to have one of those pass rushers in that first round.
Okay.
That
See,
that's
there you go.
yeah.
There you
But
go.
you know what I'm saying? It's just like if I look at it right now, it's like no. But
Right.
am I being pessimistic if it can't happen? Mm-mm. Because I think
Right.
that for the most part, outside of what maybe mostly Philly in the like Philly took some big steps today. You know, like getting Saquon, of course, taking somebody out of your division and bringing it to your team. That's something that's impressive. And
Facts.
you know, they brought in who's the dude from was it Bryce Huff from the Eagles? I mean, from the Jets. Which how do the Eagles always just find a way to have these pass rushers up front every single year? Like Howie Roseman, what he does is crazy. Um, but you look around, like there's some teams that I think they got better. They're going to be better. Arizona's going to be better. I think the Rams are going to be better. I mean,
Absolutely.
y'all are still going to be what your floor, what 11, 12 wins, right?
Right.
Like, so there's just going to be a lot of people beating each other up in the NFC this year. I feel like.
I feel
So
you.
yeah, I mean, as
Yeah.
long as we're in the mix, like we you know, we'll see what happens.
Mm, I really feel like y'all got it. Down there in the South. I don't see nobody beating y'all, man. I don't see nobody doing something reckless to y'all like that.
Yeah,
So I feel like you guys got it. I don't see the Saints doing anything. They didn't make anything. They didn't make any splashes, at least not yet.
they
You know
can't
what I'm saying?
because
And that's my point.
they
Like,
never decide to
so
just go ahead, tank it for a bit, get all those contracts off. Like they just keep restructuring everything, and until they stop doing that,
bingo,
well, guess what they're gonna be?
bingo. That's my whole big thing behind it.
Yeah.
Oh, whoa, Jack. Whoa, we going 17. Whoa. You pumped them brakes hard. Whoa. Whoa. We need to go week by week. Let's just go that route first. Cause if we do not talk about certain things that are obvious as, obviously patches in our line, we in trouble.
Mm.
17? One week at a time. One week at a time. But yeah, I just feel like there's nobody else. Uh, Charlotte, they're still building through the draft, so we know how they going. They just lost Burns. You know what I'm saying? He went up there to what, New York. So
Yeah, to the
in a
Giants.
trade, yeah, what was it, third and the fifth? I think it was
Uh,
something like that.
third and the fifth. That sounds
Yeah,
right.
yeah. So it's
It.
like go
I'll,
with it.
I was just gonna say it's crazy because here, just for context, this is how like I was saying before, this is how bad teams stay bad, right? You look at some of the trades that they made, right? So
Hmm.
they've traded away first overall pick this year, Christian McCaffrey,
Right.
DJ Moore. And remember, they could have had the two firsts for Brian Burns last year that the Rams wanted to give him, and I think a second. Instead, they got 1 year rental Brian Burns. They got
Appreciate
Bryce
it, Christian.
Young, this dude DJ Johnson, and um two fifth round picks as well. Like that's how you stay bad.
Facts.
And then they lost. Who
Facts.
else did they lose today? Frankie Louvu didn't resign with them. He went somewhere else. Y'all got another one of their DNs who I think that's a solid depth piece for y'all. Uh, I mean,
Oh,
I
we got JJ back.
yeah,
Juwan Jennings, third down.
which I
Third and
figured
Juwan back.
there's no way
Very
he's
good,
going.
solid. No, no. but I like him on with us. Good third down, good pass or good run blocker.
Oh
You know what
yeah.
I'm saying? Definitely a team guy. So great attitude. I love his enthusiasm. His spirit. Um, I'm fine with that this year. You know, um,
Mm-hmm.
and then let's go from there. Let's just see. Let's just see right now. But if we don't patch up that line on that right side, man, it's gonna be a tough year. Y'all can think what y'all want. I ain't trying to hear it. Cause the only thing that gets tougher now is you got teams that get better.
Oh yeah.
We not, you know what I mean? Like all we doing is getting older. We not getting younger. So it's like either we got to move this route. We got to also figure out what we doing at linebacker. You know what I'm saying? Because
Mhm.
excuse me, what is it? Outshire, he went to the
Houston.
Texans.
Yep.
Yeah, so with him going to the Texans, I really wanted him back, but it is what it is. I understand that. Hell, go down there with D'Amico. Do your thing. Um, but we got to get another linebacker because this is my thing this year, and me and you get paid, you get paid, get paid. Once you get paid, and that family, you get a family around you. You start playing different.
Mm.
Just keeping it real. I got faith in my team too. I got you know what? Jack, I actually have faith in our players. I don't have faith in our coach. I just don't. So having faith in the players that we have there, absolutely. I'm with you on that. But as long as you got that guy named Kyle,
Mm.
I'm off that truck. Yeah, y'all can have him. Yeah, he got to prove to me. It's all or nothing. At this point, I'm not hearing nothing about rebuilding because after this year, you got to blow it up. So then what? Pause.
My thing for me is I'm so curious to see how things are going to look for y'all on defense from the standpoint of y'all technically have three play callers now on the defensive side. Because you have your D coordinator, you have Staley, who again I'm not really sure what his exact title is, but he as soon as you were a DC,
Defensive head coach.
or it was like a associate head coach or something like that. But in terms of like, okay, what exactly does that mean that your duties entail? Because I'm sure he's going to have a lot of impact with the defense, right? So that's another mind
Schematically.
to integrate with that. Oh yeah, and then by the way, as we
Right.
all know, your head coach, even though he's an offensive guy, he loves to
Right.
have his defense look a certain kind of way. So that is just it's one of the things where it's interesting, and that's why I like what for us what Raheem said and what he's trying to do in terms of
Mm-hmm.
like, hey, I'm just trying to oversee everything, right? Like
Right.
I got an OC, he's gonna call the offense. I got a DC, he's calling the defense. I have a special teams coordinator, he's got that. And like
Preach.
he has experience everywhere else, but it's just like nope, that's what they're doing. I'll be around and working with them too, but I'll call it.
Mm, mm.
I'll call it. That's
And
that.
we have Kyle.
Oh
But
man.
hey, people love being relevant. That's the thing. That's the thing with a bunch of y'all Niner fans that I don't like, and I think it's that that I'll say around your age, y'all's generation, because
Mhm.
you never seen a championship. So I get it. I understand. Being relevant. This is as far as we've ever been around to see. I get that. Okay, I get it. But us OGs and stuff like that, or unks, aunts and stuff like that, aunties, we didn't seen Super Bowls. We didn't seen these parades. So
Mhm.
we used to a certain standard. And this just being relevant shit, I promise you I ain't with it. I'm just not with that. I hate what is the point of doing all this just to get to the end and not, win it all? Like the pieces that you're missing, the part that you need to tweak, you're not doing that. So it's like, so what's next? You know what I mean? It's you've had your opportunities to be in those positions to get over the finish line.
Mhm.
Yeah, we still coming up short.
Listen, I'm with you now for a different sport. right? Because the Falcons, I mean, we've only really had two Super Bowl appearances, and then usually in between that, we're pretty irrelevant anyway. But so like
Yeah,
with
y'all
them,
was
it's like,
tricking off at the first one.
hey, yeah. Shout out Eugene Robinson, man. Shout out
Eugene Robinson
Eugene
said,
Robinson.
"Hey man, YOLO."
Y'all said this Super Bowl is where?
This Super Bowl is where?
All right. Shout out Miami.
Hey, I'm gonna have the best ones that night. My knees will be back. I'll be straight.
Narrator, no, they weren't. Hey, but you know,
Sorry, y'all.
it's one of those things though, to an extent, where it was just like that shows you the difference between a group and a team that wants to be relevant, is not used to it, and then one that's there that like has been there. This is nothing new. Because remember, Denver just beat what was it, Green Bay the year before, and like that
Right,
was a group that's like, hey, this is a talented group. We're trying to win Super Bowl. So
right.
like that Falcons group kind of was just like, we're 14-2 and just beat Minnesota in the Metrodome. Okay.
We wasn't supposed to win that
I
game.
wasn't supposed to win it. You had a kicker that hadn't missed a kick in 2 years. Misses a
Yep.
pretty easy one, and you win the game in
Hey,
overtime. So
my man said we down here in Miami too. Wait, it's Miami Super Bowl. Wait, Miami Super Bowl,
he
and y'all coming to see me?
he went from some snow in Minneapolis to some snow in Miami. That's what it was.
Woo, boy. Hey man, don't bring sand to the beach, baby. Don't bring sand to the beach.
Oh man, but
Oh my
no, I was going to
goodness.
say, like, the thing for me is like the way I look at it in terms of the whole relevancy story, right? And I do too. I love Roddy, his mindset and his approach, because he was a high school wrestler, and so he had that that mentality to it, playing receiver.
Right.
But look at what the Braves have done my whole life, right? Obviously in the '90s, always winning the division, get knocked out in the first round. What they started doing again now, they won it in 2021. Then they've actually had some teams that are better than that team, and you're not getting past the first round again. And so every time now they win the division, I'm like, okay, cool.
It's cool. Right. It's just
What,
cool.
what am I supposed to be excited about this now? Like, you set a standard for you,
Exactly.
and
Yep.
you got to get past it. So
Yep.
that's why I've always said it just depends on kind of what your team history or like recent history is in terms of where you should or shouldn't feel cool about.
That's facts. I mean, hell, I was 14 last 15 when we won. So, I mean, I get it. You know what I'm saying? But it's just the mere fact of like, damn, bro. It's been I'm in my 40s now, bro. Like,
It's like you said,
if
what
I thought
what
any
that
year
moment's
we should
like.
have won. Yeah, like, man, if I thought any year we should have won. You know how I was feeling that week. I was like,
Mhm.
bruh, if we played at our caliber, the way we had been running up, how we was running up scores and stuff, and how, again, even how he played in the Super Bowl, I still was confident in Brock. It was just like, bruh, come on, man, not to lose this way, not
Yeah,
not to lose this way, bruh. Like, bruh, Greenlaw was playing out of his
no,
mind.
he
I
was
was like,
balling,
dog. When I
balling.
saw him, when I saw him come out and he was just, I watched how he played Kelsey on 2 plays,
Mhm.
and I was like, oh, he locked in. I was like, hey, this might have been the best secret weapon that I thought we was gonna do. Facts, Christian. Um, man, it. Oof.
It was just even the thing for me. Like, I remember that first defensive drive y'all had, because I think Greenlaw was in on all three plays, because y'all made Kansas City go 3-and-out, and
Yep.
it was almost like
Yep.
he was so turned up for that game. It was like someone was actually going to tell him, like, dog, you got to chill a little bit. You know what I'm
Like
saying?
he
Like,
knew
he was
he
celebrating
knew
like that.
every he was so sound on every play. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean? Like he knew everything. Like when his studying was going in, you can tell he was all on tape. Like I'm not about to let this happen on my watch. And to go down and get injured the way he got
I know.
injured, like
I know.
dog running on the field.
And that's the I've never seen that before. I've never seen.
Never, never,
Yeah, like I've had
never.
one of my college teammates. This was like during the summer. We're running gassers, and he did it once out of the break, right? Where you're really pushing off. So I guess that's similar to what Greenlaw did, but just jogging out there to get lined up and ready to go.
Yeah,
I've never seen that
yeah,
before.
yeah, 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 man. And then when you lose the last three, like Terrence said, when you lose the last three, and the last two is on this, you basically say this regime,
Yeah,
this core. Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on,
and
man.
it's,
We
it's
upgraded in the left tackle. We
yep.
upgraded in the quarterback. We upgraded in the running back. Come on, man. We upgraded in receiving.
Well, the thing that's so crazy is like every single time. This is what I've noticed, right? Every single time the 49ers as of late, they've added somewhere, right? Then it's this is the team. This is the team. And then you go and get somebody else. And it's like, oh, now that fills up another hole. It's like, wait, I thought y'all said y'all didn't have one. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, that's the thing for me where, I obviously, and of course I'm biased on it. Like, I know how great Christian is. I knew that before all 137,000 we got in here right now. Shout out to all y'all. But it was just like, wait, y'all told me that this person was this and this was that. And I've already seen how that run game looks with this or that. And so now it's like, oh, now we have Christian. Now we have what we need. It's like, no, you had what you needed. Yeah, you went to the Super Bowl, was that 2019 with a quarterback that you didn't trust to throw the ball in the NFC Championship. You also didn't have to because your run game was that good. You were potentially a drop pick away from going back to another one. I said potentially. Right. Who knows how the game still pans out after that, right? But potentially another one then. It wasn't the fact that you didn't have Christian in the first Super Bowl against the Chiefs that you lost. Like that. So that's the thing for me. But now you're just at a standpoint, and I'm really interested to see how they fill out the rest of the roster. Because again, now it's to a point where, okay, like y'all had all these different teams where it's like, okay, we had this, we had that, we had everything. Well, if you had everything already and you still didn't get it done, what's going to happen? What's going to change?
Y'all got to look. People need this. This is my thing. And this is why I hold Kyle to a certain point. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you look at the scheme and the schematics of everything that's going on with us as the Niners, you got to start at the top. Because how did you create this regime? How did you get the core guys that's around you? You pick these guys. And a bunch of people always say that, John Lynch is picking, and I think he is, absolutely. But we all know who gets the last say so in this all. It's Kyle. Come on now. I mean, in my offense, shoot. Let me see if it works for me. Not for us.
But that's the problem. See if it works for me. Going on with the defense. And that was always my thing in the first place. Why would you bring in a defensive coordinator that does not run this type of philosophy that you want to run, but then you're going to throw him under the bus because he's now got to try to learn on the fly what you want to run? So it wasn't even the fact that they let Steve Wilks go. That wasn't the main reason why I was so upset about. It's like, why did you hire him in the first place to set him up like this?
What was the point? What was the point? You could have stayed in house and did this last year.
Exactly. Like you're doing this year.
You could have did this. Say that man that time, man. You brought that man out here, made up some lie to get him out of the top, upstairs. Because when we was 5-0, it was no problem. But hey, he's upstairs. We can't understand what he's saying, because he's up there. We need to look at him in his eye when he runs off the field to us. Man, get that bull, get that dumb shit out of here, man. I hate that. Like, it's either in you or it ain't.
Right. Pause. No, you're right. Like I think one of my favorite D-line coaches. Like I had my two favorite D-line coaches. One was the more in your face, yell at you, like get on you kind of coach. The other one was a
Right.
lot calmer. Two different ways.
Right.
Both worked. Why? Because at the end of the day, it's on me. It's on my teammates. Like, we gotta get each other going. If you still at this grown age talking about, oh, we need the coach to fire, like, what are we doing? Like, that's what that's why I'm so confused. And Christian, I agree with you. I really wish that he would have had that chance at Carolina. And Terry, you're 100% right. I mean, he led the league in interceptions. His specialty is, guess what? DBs. Guess
The
what group
DBs
probably the best that they've looked the last 5 years as a whole for San Francisco? The DBs,
also losing
while
a
also
all
losing an
pro.
all pro safety.
Just
By the
saying.
way, if you want to talk about the run defense looking bad, now who's a really good run stopping defensive tackle that the Niners have had that was hurt for most of the year? But if we're going to talk about when the offense doesn't, say, well, the offense gets excuses in this game and that game because there's no Trent and there's no Debo, even though you have all those
Eric,
other
what's up,
guys out
man?
there. Why does the defense not get that same type of pass or excuse too? Like, I don't. You can't have it both ways.
You can't, bruh. You just can't. Like, this is the part that I think a lot of Niners fans don't want to come to reality with in their minds. Like, there is no excuse on the field.
Mm.
Legit. Like, we've heard all year the right side. I feel like it can get better. Absolutely. But to make it all the way to the Super Bowl with supposedly one of the worst right sides, and then you have virtually the best on the left side when he actually is healthy. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So to have all that going, plus the best play caller, I don't know in which situations he's the best play caller because that boggles my mind, But anyway, that's the part that when I look at this team and I just wonder to myself, like, when are these fans going to figure out and just look at it and go, it's Kyle? Ultimately, like, he's the one that makes the decisions at the end. Ultimately, but I don't know, man.
It's just, I mean, I get it from y'all because it's the same reason why you'll get there is sometimes the same reason why you won't get over the hump. It's both. It's just like,
You keep
yeah,
bumping your head, boy. You just keep bumping your head. Hey, man, if you walk around, if you take 2 steps to the left, you'll go around that wall. Nah, man, I'm a run right through this mother. Just keep running your head right into the wall. You just want to keep learning the hard way. You could easily just went to the left. Boop. There you go. Nah, I want to learn this way.
right.
All right.
Well,
And you got a lot of these fans that want to come at me with about this what's his name? Reed in there in Kansas City. Yeah. I'm like, man, please. I ain't trying to see this man for no 15 years. Man, y'all can have that shit. I'm not with that. Enough is enough, bro. Y'all ain't gonna keep telling me the sky's orange. Nah.
like I said, it's just one of those things though, where because y'all are where y'all are, you'll sell out, have the most, the best attendance every single year. Y'all sell all the merchandise. He's gonna be there. He's gonna be there. That's why I always like. I actually do like the comparisons that people make to him with Andy Reid because obviously we know Andy Reid now in Kansas City winning Super Bowls. But remember, Andy Reid had to get fired before he got to Kansas City, and that's when things happen. And sometimes that's the eye opener. Like, am I beyond thinking that? Am I beyond thinking that Kyle Shanahan will win Super Bowl as head coach? No, I think he will. It just might not be in San Francisco because that might be a reality check.
Facts.
Like that just might be.
It's facts.
Because remember,
it is what it is, bro.
Eagles went to one Super Bowl. They lost that one to New England because that's when T.O. had the screws in his leg.
Right.
But they were in what, three straight NFC championships, I think. Tampa Bay, Carolina. I think they played. I know they beat us.
Zach Moss to the Bengals, 2-year deal.
That's good, Dev. That's good, Dev for them. Good
They
death
just
for them.
cut Mixon.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they just cut
Oh,
Mixon. So right
that's more.
before that.
Okay.
Breaking news. Breaking news.
Look at that.
Live
See,
on the show. Live on Sports Laugh and Chill. Hitting y'all with the breaking news like that.
we got a
Real
rod
talk.
bomb.
Facts. The mug came straight up on the. I was like, oh, okay. Yeah. That's what happened.
Oh, that's dope. That's dope. Yeah, who else? Like, I mean, what do you think about this whole? And I know someone asked about this earlier too. What do you think about the Russell Wilson fit in Pittsburgh?
I, 1 year, right?
Yeah, 1 year deal.
Got to be mentor.
Hmm.
I feel like they need to go draft another quarterback. Bring that quarterback in, have him mentor whoever it is, get them up to speed, get them pretty much. Bro, you just got paid by Denver this year. You know they gave up the ass pause for you. So you already paid G. Then he got what the minimum, I think 1.2 or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I knew it was something small, or whatever, but I would use him in a mentorship because really and truly, he's cool. But I've always felt like Russell Wilson has been that guy who held he won behind a great defense.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't have no spectacular numbers like that, but that's just my opinion. He had spectacular moments,
Yeah.
especially against us. You feel me? But
I mean,
outside of
the way,
that,
the way the way I look at it is sometimes you don't have to be overly spectacular, right? Like Pittsburgh should have a good defense again. Appreciate that, Christian. Appreciate that. They're going to have a good defense again. They should have a solid run game. Like they have good running backs. They have talented receivers. They're just sometimes a little, out there. But the way I look at it is, so sometimes they just needed someone to connect everything together, right? Like we all know Deontay Johnson and George Pickens, they can stretch the field. We know Russell Wilson throughout his career, what's one thing he can do? Air it out, right? So,
facts.
looking at that, it's like, okay, that makes sense. That could be a fit. And no, that's a good point too. Fryermuth is a really good tight end. So is Darnell Washington from Georgia. And so, but the way I'm looking at it is, okay, obviously I know who their offensive coordinator is, Arthur Smith. I know how sometimes very frustrating his play calling and some of the route concepts and all that can be when there's all placed together. So it's one of those things where I think it could work out for this year, which that's the main thing in Pittsburgh, right? As long as you consistently stay successful, it could work out this year. But if it doesn't work out, I'm gonna tell you, it's gonna be one of the funniest teams to watch. It is gonna be like George Pickens and Deontay Johnson. Like you don't think that they're not gonna get done hearing him say "Let's ride" after going to it's 2-6.
Man, hey, we'll see, man.
Oh
We'll see
man,
with that one. I don't know. Ugh. Wow. It's gonna be different. That's all I can say to that. It's just gonna be different. I don't know what to really expect. Just being honest. So I'm just kind of
they'll be
you know what I mean?
9-8,
All
10-7.
right. Right.
Nothing great, but typical Pittsburgh year. You know what I'm saying?
Right
Like,
above 500.
yeah, exactly.
But another winning season in their eyes. I just for the life of me don't get, but it is what it is. Josh Jacobs signed with the Cheeseheads. He sure did. Then they got rid of Aaron Jones, right?
Yeah. And Green Bay had a good first day though, because you get in that, and then what's his name, McKinney, the safety from the Giants. That was those were two that was good. I mean, they got younger with the running back because Josh Jacobs a little younger. Remember, he was the rushing yards champ 2 years ago.
A couple years ago, yeah.
So they got that, and then they get a safety, and that's like one place they've really needed some help defensively. Yeah. So, man, y'all saw it firsthand. Green Bay is a young team, a really young team, and to be looking that good already, that I sign me up to watch them play against Detroit both times this year in that division. Sign me up.
I can see it. I can see it. I
Oh
can
yeah.
see it. It's crazy. You said I we got a group chat, and I said this in the group chat. I was like, I could see him going to Dallas. That's crazy you say that, because I was like, I could see him going to Dallas, and then Dan was like, he could see him going, or Derrick Henry going
Mhm.
down there to Dallas. He was like either one of them two. So I was like, you can see that as well. So
I mean,
we'll see.
I just think when Dak had some of his best years, he had a really good RB1 that was also a good receiving threat. Like
Because
Pollard, in my
Pollard went
opinion,
to Tennessee, didn't he?
yeah, he went to Tennessee, but he was
Yeah.
like a true, like he wasn't a big back though, so they didn't really have like a true run
Nah,
game like
nah.
that. You know what I mean? But
Right,
Aaron
right,
Jones
right.
I think he's a better runner. Pollard might be on the same level of receiver, but Aaron Jones is a better runner. So now they have like that dual option again in the backfield. Because remember, like when that offense was good and humming, like those first few Dak years, that's still when Zeke was still fresh, right? And was a good passing threat. So I think no, that'd be a good spot for them.
And then you gave what's his name in Tennessee? Levis? Is that his name?
Will Levis, yeah.
Yeah, Will Levis. Now you give him another, running back coming out of the backfield who can catch. He's got an arm on him.
He's
That
got a
boy
can.
can throw.
He's got a can.
Yeah. That boy can throw. So
Yeah.
that's why I'm just like putting them in especially in Tennessee. It's not bad. It's not bad. It's not
Yeah,
bad.
they also
Nashville.
they got a center, I think, today, which I was like, okay, that's a good pickup. Like obviously that's not one that everyone's gonna go crazy about, but
Right.
hey, listen, there's only one person on the field that touches the ball more than the quarterback, and that's your center.
Yeah. Facts.
So now
Facts.
you gotta get that locked down. And so now I think they did. Trying to think. I guess the other big question though is like where in the world or what in the world is gonna happen with Justin Fields?
Man.
No,
See, I wanted him to go down there to Atlanta. I did think about the Kirk Cousins things, because it
yeah,
was funny. I was talking yesterday. My family, we have a call on Sundays or whatever, and we was talking about where were people going in free agency and stuff. And I had brought up either Kirk Cousins going down there to Atlanta, but I also had Justin Fields also. But I wanted Justin Fields just because of home.
of course,
Him
yeah.
being from there, from the A. I was yeah, he go back home, be straight. He was from Norcross, right?
He's out from Kennesaw.
Duh.
Yeah, he went to Harrison.
Cobb County.
Yeah,
Duh. Right. Cobb County. Um, but yeah, I did think that he was gonna go there. But again, hey, Terrence, I'm with you. I could see him going to the Raiders.
I
I could see him going.
initially I initially thought that, and then I remember who their OC is now is Getsy, who got fired in Chicago.
Oh
So
no, that ain't about to work. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Oh no, 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 no. Dang, I didn't know that though.
that's why I remember, like
Oh no.
I corrected myself earlier in the group. I was like, oh wait, no, I forgot all about that.
Yeah, that ain't about to work. Scratch that. Scratch the Raiders off that joint. On to the next.
See, I mean, you don't trade
Minnesota.
him in the division. Like I don't think you trade him to Minnesota because you don't want to help the division out.
Right. Exactly. It ain't really nowhere else to go.
Unless someone's going to take him for a 1 year backup and not take up his 5th year option. That's
Or Chicago just, hey man, let them play it out. G.
they trade back. You get some more picks.
That's it. Jay, just go that route. Cause
Yeah.
yeah, it'll work for you in the longer run. Cause if y'all suck again, which y'all probably will, then you could just run the thing back. You know what I'm saying?
Plus, I mean, you got a lane like They got a lame duck head coach because I think if this year doesn't work out, no matter what you do, if you draft Caleb, or if you keep Justin, if they don't play well, I think Eberflus there's a good chance he gets fired. Right. So
Yes.
then it's just like, well, you bring in somebody else, they start all over anyway, to your point. So yeah, it's just like maybe that really is it. Because if it does work out, you take him up on his 5th-year option, and then you go from there.
We'll
That might
see.
be best. Yeah.
We'll see. I don't see how that's gonna happen, but I could see it happening. Let me stop lying. I could see that happening. Yeah, because Gardner Minshew did go to the Raiders today. I could see that happening. Yeah, I could see him just staying right there, play it out.
It might. I mean, like I said, it's at this point, unless someone's going to take him as a backup, like that's
Right.
all I got. Like Christian
Yeah.
said, once they sign Minshew, it's just like, okay, well, that really does it for the Raiders. So yeah, I mean, in terms of starting spaces and like that of like places that aren't gonna take a quarterback, right? Like Washington's gonna take a quarterback. New England's taking a quarterback.
Commanders.
Yeah.
You said Washington, yeah.
Yeah. So
Maybe Seattle?
Seattle, but they would have to move up. I think they would have to move up to take one. I mean, maybe Denver. Who knows? Like, so I mean, all the other places I'm just thinking about that would need a quarterback, they're probably just going to draft one.
Wow, it's crazy.
I know it's crazy. You know what else is or was crazy though? We had a lot of good women's college basketball this weekend, man. A lot of good.
Yeah, talk about that.
I will.
Go for it.
First off, congratulations to the USC Trojans. No, I'm just going to lead.
Fight on, ladies.
I'm gonna just lead off with it.
Fight on, ladies.
That was a phenomenal game. I mean, the fact that you have Juju, who is the second leading scorer in the country, and she has this off game, and y'all still find a way to beat us. Everybody else contributes in. Hey, that was a tip my cap game. That was a tip my cap. I couldn't say anything about it. I couldn't say anything about it.
Fight on.
At the end of the day, too, though, I'm cool with it because guess what? We're still gonna be a 1 seed.
Fight on.
You see why I wanted to lead with this?
I know what it is.
I want to get it out the way.
Fight on.
Just want to get it out the way because I don't like saying.
Shout out to the women of Troy.
Like congratulations to USC. That's
bring it home to that title, baby. Bringing it back home, baby.
You can't.
That's what we talk about.
That's tough seeing one of the programs. Well, not women's basketball, but talking about just USC. One of the reasons why the Pac-12 is dying actually leave and take that trophy. So that's tough.
You a hater, bro. You a hater. You a hater if I ain't never met one, man. You a hater for real, boy. Look at him.
Okay, first off,
get that hatred out your heart, boy. Get that hatred out your heart, boy.
I am not your cousin. I am not a hater if you ever see one.
Speaking of, man, where is he from? Are you in SoCal? No, I'm in Arizona right now, man. I'm in Arizona. I shoot, man. Ain't nothing but a couple of hours away from back home. It ain't nothing for me to get back home.
How long of a drive would that be?
5.5.
That's not too bad.
Nah.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing for me.
Yeah, that's not bad at all. I mean, let's see who else was playing. Oh yeah, Caitlin Clark in Iowa. Dog, like that was. How many times have we watched basketball in general? Right, superstar don't do too much in the first half. You're struggling, and then that second half you just go crazy. Right, I think she had like 30 in second half and overtime. Oh, see, he's in Vegas anyway. That's perfect.
I think it's like 5.5 hours from me. Yeah, I ain't far from Vegas. Yes, sir. Go north.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
that's dope. That's dope. But yeah, no, the game that she played, and like obviously everyone else who chipped in, Iowa
Mhm.
keeps reminding everybody like how much of a complete team they are. So we know Caitlin Clark because she got the highlights, all the records. That makes sense. But no, that was dope seeing them. What was else in the ACC? Listen, that girl Hannah Hidalgo, rookie freshman for Notre Dame. What's up?
Caitlin Clark, hey. Let me tell you something, man. Leave the Kobe shit alone, man. You trying to remark and do that? See, hey. I get you trying to get, viewership up and all that. Leave the Kobe shit alone, man.
So the
Leave
thing
that
for me
Kobe
is
shit
like
alone.
I used to always, I always forgot that like when he took that picture, he was sad, right? It was a moment of sadness because that was, I think everything was going on with like his family accepting Vanessa, right? Uh,
Hmm.
so not even for Caitlyn because apparently I think it was a photographer that asked her, but just in general, because she's not the first person that's replicated it, right? So like, um, when did that become a thing to replicate that moment, even though it's a sad moment?
Hold on, Christian. We're gonna come back to your question. I'm gonna get to that too. But
Okay,
yeah, keep going, keep going.
yeah, I'm
My
just
fault. I
saying,
just
just
had
like
it.
no, you're good. It's just like that moment, and then of course how everyone glorifies and loves to laugh about Allen Iverson's practice rant. Like he wasn't the whole thing about that wasn't about practice itself. He had just lost one of his best friends, and that's why he's just like, really, I'm in here right now, best player, team leader, lost my friend, and we talking about practice, like. We like everyone loves to laugh at it. And I was like, no, you forget the reason of why that happened and where it was. So that's just the thing for me. I was thinking about that once I was reminded, when that Kobe picture or where that Kobe picture came from. And so that's why I just got curious. I was like, when was this the thing that this is what, people are gonna, replicate?
Leave that shit alone, man. Let Kobe do that, man. I looked at that. I was like, oh, this heifer. Uh, Caitlin Clark or Diana Taurasi. I actually saw. This may sound biased by me, so I'm just being honest. I actually knew Diana from high school. She went to Don Lugo High School in California, so I actually seen her and her sister play in high school. um Diana was good then. So
Yes, she
even to see
was.
her when she went to UConn and seeing what she did at UConn, I already knew she was gonna be nice. And then for her to get to Phoenix and be down here and do her business and do
Mm-hmm.
stuff like that. I knew about, yeah, Diana. I've seen her do actual men in open gym like that too. So she's different. She was
Man,
different. I don't know that much about Caitlyn to that extent, so my answer is a little biased.
yeah. No, I mean that's dope that you knew Diane all the way
Hmm.
from that. That's dope. This is tough. Better college player because I think Caitlin. Obviously we see the highlights where she shoots from 30 plus feet, right? But the thing for her is her floor vision, like as a point guard too and facilitating, that's special. You know what I'm saying? Like it's that's and the other thing about it too, like I said, I talk about Iowa being this team. In Diana Taurasi's time at UConn, everybody around you is a 4-star, 5-star. Like they were the best. Like either you the best, you were at UConn, Tennessee, or we would have them at Stanford. Like
But
so
but to, but to be a 4 and 5 star and stand out even that much more
that's
as
fair.
in the 4 and the 5
No,
stars, like you stand even above in that area
no,
on
that's
both sides.
yeah, no, that's fair. That's why I was just sitting here thinking, like, man, I don't even want to leave this as a conversation between just those two, right? Like,
Right.
I want to bring Maya Moore into this. I want to bring Breonna Stewart into this, or Candace Parker. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Simone Augustus when she
man,
was at LSU.
yes, yes. Take it a little older. Shamika Holtzcall, Cheryl Swoops, Tina Top. Like,
They
man,
was at they was the
those
real
USC
Trojans.
days.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. You
exactly.
know about the old Miller games that a lot of people don't know about
When she was putting up
at the
100 fucking.
sports arena. Hey man, Good days, man. Good days, good basketball. That's why I don't believe shit in that era stuff either. Y'all era is good. It's evolved. You know what I mean? I
Well,
accept that.
and that's fine.
Just
Yeah,
accept
just
that, man.
but that's I guess that's the thing for me
Cool.
that why again I like watching the women's game so much, right? Because when their game has evolved, again, you're seeing they're more athletic to me. Like, yeah, some of them jump higher, but they're more athletic laterally, right? Like that point guard, Fuwiley at South Carolina, she can go. Like, she'll be hitting 360 spin moves and all that. Like, she can go. But you look at what happens sometimes in the men's game, the way that they've evolved. So much of what they try to do is just solely off athleticism. Like, it's not the actual X's and O's and feel of basketball as much, right? Like, even just from, I'm saying, like, early 2000s, early 2010s, things like that. But
Right.
you still get a good bit of that in the women's game. That's
Mm-hmm.
why I think for me, it's like good basketball to watch.
Yeah, I feel you. I'm not mad at it. They just need to lower the rims.
Nah, I say leave them where they are. I leave them where they are. Because listen, I'll tell
Lower
you
them
what,
damn rims, man. Let me see some
uh,
dunks.
no, they're on. Hey, trust me, they're on their way.
Get
They
off
on their
that
way.
click. Never mind. Never mind.
Because
Almost said it.
dog, I just remember. So one thing we used to do in the off season in the spring, right? They have open gyms. Like, we were always cool with a lot of people on the women's team, and so we would just play pickup, And when I tell you, like, I mean, I already knew they were good, but then when you're on the floor with it, no, it's
Mhm.
different. Like, that game was over in 3-4 possessions. We're just like,
Yeah.
what just happened?
Yeah. Yeah. It's a lot. It's a different game.
Yeah,
It's a
it's
different
different.
game.
It's different. But yeah, I know we got to get on it because Christian, I know he was asking about it. In another game that was really good, I know it's going to be high emotions in it just because hey, those are two good teams. They've gone back and forth. LSU can't beat South Carolina, at least they haven't yet. Shout out Don Staley, huge Don Staley fan. And later in the game, there's that there's the thing that goes on at midcourt where I believe Flau'jae Johnson hits, I think it was Ashlyn Watkins of South Carolina. Carmela Cardoso comes over, and if you don't watch, she's like a good 6'6", 6'7", and absolutely just she takes up for her teammate. And that was the thing for me. I'm like, well, you shouldn't have done it, but you're standing up for your teammate. Like, I get over it. But Flau'jae's brother comes down over the rails. Looked like maybe it was an uncle too. Uncle was just a little slower. He couldn't get there in time, so they restrained him back. But brother comes on the court
Suckers.
and gets arrested. And my question is, like, I get it. That's your sister. Cool. What in the world did you think you were gonna do?
Tino's time.
It was
What's
good.
up?
That's just the question. Like, what did you think you were gonna do?
I don't know, man. You just a hoe, man. I'm just gonna keep it real, man. You just a straight hoe. It's all girls. It's a girls' game.
Yes,
You a man running out there on a girls' game. You acting like she don't have teammates.
but
Let
also
them
she
chicks
she
handle it.
she towered over him too. That was the best. It was like
Bro,
he
I
got
don't
out
give a
there.
shit.
I'm just
Bruh.
saying it was so funny because he gets out there and, like, how sometimes you stand next to somebody and you're like, oh, I didn't realize you were that tall. All right, I'm gonna
Like,
rethink some things real quick.
I feel you. But it's like this. Like, okay, even okay, growing up or whatever, hey, don't let your sister get jumped or whatever, well, how some of us were raised, I should say, let me say it that way.
Yeah,
Don't let your sister get jumped or whatever. If anybody jump in, everybody all jump in, we help out, stick up for each other, that type of stuff. But she got teammates there. You running out there like you saw another dude run out there on the court.
right.
Nothing about to happen to your sister, crazy
Nothing.
man. Like, what you
Nothing.
running out there on the court for? Man, sit your ass down, man. Your
Like, because
$5
what
ass
happens
down.
every single time, after a little scuffle or whatever happens in the basketball game, everybody pulls everybody away. That's it, and then you move on.
Bruh, it should even get to that point of you getting that mad. Like, it's a game, bruh.
Yeah, agreed.
On my life, I could watch that, and the first thing I'm gonna do is go, ooh, I'm an instigator. I'm not about to sit up there and get, oh my God, oh, you trying to get my sister. Dog, these are women, just like you. Yeah,
But
just like them, just like what she's playing against is a female. What are you doing out there?
and that's what I was saying.
For real.
That's my whole point. It's like, okay, you get out there. What are you going? What? Then what?
Hey, Auntie Debbie, what are you doing out there, G? Sit your ass down, man.
It's like, oh, this overall too. It's just like, look. I mean, obviously, if you've been, if y'all been paying attention to LSU, especially since Kim Mulkey got there. Look, Kim Mulkey, her mindset, mentality, how she coaches, how she wants her teams to play. It's always scrappy. You can talk and you want to be the bully. But what did Zach Randolph always say?
Bullies get bullied.
Always say, where I come from, bullies get bullied. And
bullies
guess what?
Get bullied.
That team over in Columbia, South Carolina, they gonna bully you every single time. There's a reason why they're 32-0. And Christian, no, you're 100% right. They did a terrible job of keeping control in that game. Like they had such a big part of getting to that, because I mean, already we all knew that was going to be a chippy game, right? LSU was tired of losing to South Carolina. Like Christian said, Angel Reese said after the game that that they're not scared.
What up, homie?
And she's right. Like, they're not scared of South Carolina. They're just not better than them. There's a difference. And so yeah, you get frustrated. And I mean, even that point, because remember, it was a foul. No, it was a turnover. Flage turned the ball over, got an intentional foul because she was frustrated. But yeah, again, like, emotions were high. They chip talking back and forth the whole game.
Exactly. Part of the game.
This is, that's what's gonna happen.
I knew I won. I knew when I played, I knew I had you. If I can get in your head and I can make you, man. I don't know if my dad is in here. My dad was there for this. Okay, I was dogging this dude, and I'm talking dogging them.
Yeah,
and I'm talking my trash or whatever, but I'm getting buckets. I'm out here getting major buckets. Dude comes down, calls me the N-word. And back then, I was high-headed about that. Oh, I didn't play that at all. Like, it was smoke immediately.
I turned
around.
Was he white or what?
Nah, he was a little Mexican dude. Mexican dude.
Oh,
yeah.
No.
When he said it like, and he didn't think I was going to turn around. I turned around mid-game. Turned around like, what'd you say? His boy came and threw the ball. Yeah, I beat these sleeves off these. My dad came and hopped out of the stands, man. See, but this is men now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This is a different game too. You know what I mean? But nah, man. Hey, man, these is chicks, bro. These is chicks, bro. You keep your country ass up there in the stands, bro. You know what I mean? Like, this is all chicks out. Excuse me for the women that might not say chicks. I apologize because I was told. I apologize. The women that were playing out there at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a women's game, bro. Sit your $5 ass down, man. Let these women play the game. They gonna get emotional, I think. What you jumping for? What you gonna do?
Yeah, it's a championship game. It's supposed to be emotional. It's a top 10 matchup.
Marcus, what up, homie?
What's good, Marcus? Yeah. But I wanted to give you this story too, because there was only one moment. It wasn't a fight. But we were playing in the regional tournament. This is my senior year, and we're going against this team. They had their center. He was going to go to West Virginia the next year, right? So, I'm matched up against him whenever I'm in the game, and since I'm the football player, right? Like, I'm not fouling him, but I'm being physical on defense, right? Because a lot of them basketball players. A good bit of basketball players, they don't like that physicality sometimes. So
facts.
One time we going in transition down the court, and he's right here in front of me. I'm right behind him. So he stops, gives me just to give me an elbow, and I was like, all right, let me put an end to this real quick. So speed up a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Boom. Yep.
Down it goes. Ref sees it. And so my coach calls me over. He's just like, "Look, I saw what happened. I ain't mad at it. Just don't do it in front of the ref." But that was my
Right.
thing. It's just like,
Right.
okay, if you think you can mess with me, let me put an end to this right now. you know,
Mm-hmm.
that was always
Yeah.
and again, but
Yeah.
like it's like that's what Cardoso did. It's like, oh, you gonna mess with my teammate? I'm gonna let you know we ain't riding with that. We ain't riding with that. But I
And
do
you losing.
and you losing. And you losing.
And you losing. So I know you're gonna be a little, you're gonna be a little tender. Gonna be a little tender. You're gonna be a little soft. Little. Oh yeah, I know you're a little touchy.
Mm-hmm. And then, like I said, let me just end it on this too. I do need more people. I'm saying, like in the media, who get me on TV and all these things, right?
Right.
Can y'all please hold Kim Mulkey accountable, man? Like, how much more does she have
Speak
to
on
say,
that.
do? And I'm saying, look, this goes back to Baylor. How is it that Nikki Collin, who comes into Baylor after Brittany Griner leaves, does more for Brittany Griner, trying to get her home and celebrate her, than the person that actually coached her and won her a national championship? You know what I'm saying? Like, what? I just how does that happen? How is it that when there was a whole sexual assault situation that was going on with the football team, and she speaks on it the way that she does, and then of course you get to LSU. Even this year, remember Angel Reese wasn't playing for the first few games. Everyone's like, okay, something's up
Right.
there. And
Right.
after this game, like you see how Dawn Staley handles it, right? Like she apologizes and lets everyone else know, hey, Flau'jae apologized. That's not what she wanted to do. That's not who she is. Things like that. But then you have Kim Mulkey saying, well, I wish she would have pushed Angel Reese. Like, well, what? You first off, and I'm saying this for even in your own fan base. You know what a lot of people in your fan base think of Angel Reese already? Because she has like an outgoing personality, likes to
Talk
talk and things
about
like
it.
that. So now all of a sudden you're saying something like that. What do you think that fan base
Speak
is now
on
going
it.
to keep going back to? Oh, like
There
she's
you
a
go.
thug and this, and she went right back at it. First off, Angel Reese sat her butt down at the bench. If you see that, she said, look, I make too much money. All right, like the NIL checks looking good. You ain't messing with that. When you're at a certain, she said, when you're at a certain status, sometimes you just gotta walk away.
You
Right.
gotta walk away.
So I'm
You
just sitting
supposed to
here
look at that dollar bill, baby.
like, thank
This
you.
ain't nothing but pushing. This ain't nothing but pushing going on.
Pushing, like it's okay. I got bigger and better things I got going on right now.
That's it, bro.
So not
That's
only the
it.
fact that do you not really know your own player because
Right.
she sat down, but also you're putting her up in this position to be judged and mischaracterized by a lot of people. And I'm just sitting here like, how in the world can Dawn Staley defend your players better than you can yourself? How can that happen? Again, she can't. I think she has an album out or did something with Lil Wayne or something like that. So, that's just kind of like how I feel about it. And it's just, I think a good more people have talked about it after what happened yesterday, but it's like, no, I need more. I need more because I'm tired of that happening.
Just wild, bro. Just wild. It's just wild.
Yeah.
I don't.
Oh wait, I can't hear you. Let's see, is it back?
You hear me?
Yeah, I got you now.
All right. But I don't understand just the family, the dudes. Ain't nobody gonna get me to. It just ain't gonna make no sense to me. You can't. Nah, bro. Nah.
I'm just saying this, like it ain't as it ain't as sweet as you think it is. Like I think the strongest person I have ever tried to restrain in a fight before was a woman that was upset. The strongest, and so like that ain't the smoke that you want. It's a lose-lose situation. Lose.
It was just not even. You had other things on your mind that day.
Had to be.
It's just you can't tell me your reasoning was excused. Like, oh man, I woke up on a good note. Oh, you just You just ready to just jump up on chicks like that?
Nah,
Like
he must have had
that's your MO?
he must have had a parlay on his sister's team too. That must have been it. Like it was you already down because it's your sister. And then the under you bet the money line, that didn't work. The rebound over under ain't going through.
Hey, he really only got a one-way ticket there because he put all his money to get there. So he didn't put that down on the bet.
But that's okay.
That money didn't come through.
Well, listen, they put him in handcuffs, and they got a nice little Uber ride that was right there waiting for him.
Damn, boy. Congratulations, you played yourself.
Right. Absolutely. And I mean, obviously, it was already going to be what a lot of people were talking about anyway, because the just what happened on the court was what it was. But
right.
You jumping out there made it worse. You know what I'm saying? Like, now it's not that you're gonna have to answer those questions about it, because in the
right.
thing, you're the nobody. She's gonna have to answer for you. Everyone's gonna. Flage, what was your brother thinking? What did he say? Right? Like, why does she have to answer those questions for you now?
Man, do you know how embarrassing that is, bruh? Could you imagine her? She up there going, down the street or whatever, and they like, hey, bro, why'd your brother jump in on y'all? And she like
you know how crazy it was. Like, here's just another example. I'm not even talking about people on the street. I'm saying like media folks will do it. Like, you remember the first question Patrick Mahomes had to answer when he got to Vegas and they had media day. It's about his dad. Yeah. It's about his dad.
Hey, man. Hey, your pop's here, man. Your pop's driving.
Like, how's that the first question? Like, this man trying to get ready to play for a Super Bowl. They're trying to go back to back.
Hey, man, any way to get to that man head, man. Let's see. They had already got that man together beforehand, so he was already prepared for that question.
I know.
But
it's still
dang.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah. They don't,
you know what I mean? Like,
you think these folks give a damn? Man, these folks don't care about you. They don't give a damn about you.
And yeah, Christian, I'm not sure what that situation is like. I hadn't seen any reports of like they made bail or what the case was. So
his sister will get him out.
She might.
She ain't gonna. Now I'll say this: as crazy and as reckless as it is, I'm gonna still get him out.
That's fam. Yeah,
that's fam. I'm not gonna let you. Plus, I know where you are. And you hear from me, you know what I mean? And it's not like she don't make enough in NIL deals.
Right.
I got you. Like that's not even a question. Like,
I tell you what though, when they get back to the crib, you might have to get on them though a little bit, just like his brother ATL on the couch.
Man. Kind of feel like Dan ain't in here tonight, boy. Man, Dan got me in a situation like that one night. Man.
It's just one. Hey, in public, I got you back. We're in private.
Whoa. You possum face motherfucker.
Hey man, y'all please just stay in your seats at the game, man. Enjoy yourself.
For real, man. Just chill, man. If you go jump up and stuff, man, stay your punk ass at home. Man, not set it up for everybody just to look at your dumb ass get walked off the court.
Right.
Because I know me. I'm a harass you all the way out. Hey, your dumb ass. Look at you.
Yeah.
What you gonna do? Get your stupid ass. You dumb as hell. I sure would. I'd be all in their ear. I want you to.
Now everybody knows you.
Clown.
Everybody. Because and the thing too is here's what I hate, but I know how this works. Anytime now that he's back at a game during this tournament, and they go to the family, it's like, oh, there's Flage and there's the brother. Here's the flashback to what happened at the SEC championship game. Like,
he ain't going to no more games. He ain't going to no more games. They got what, Final Four about to happen? Right? Is that what's next?
The whole March Madness is about to start. Yeah.
Yeah, March. Yeah, so yeah, he ain't going to them. He ain't going to none of them games. They better not make it to the Final Four. He'll be in the nosebleed somewhere. He'll be in the building. I just put it that way. He ain't gonna be that
They
close.
don't know where he's sitting. Not in the family section.
Yeah. He ain't. He is definitely not gonna be in the family section. He ain't gonna be in the student section either. He ain't gonna be nowhere. He gonna be in the nosebleeds.
He might be at the bar across the street.
Somewhere. He'll be in the vicinity. You know what I'm saying? But he ain't gonna be. Oh no. They're gonna have eyes on you, brother. Oh no. They probably got a picture of him. You know how like when you go into Walmart,
right?
How they be having little pictures on that little plaque. These are the people you looking for. Who's you know, yeah. That's what they be doing with him. So, hey, it is what it is.
Yeah, I mean, let's think. Christian, what Christian said is right. So that's just sad, man. That's your sister, dog. Like, come on, you got just think for a second. Like you didn't.
Dog,
think
you banned from arenas. You banned from arenas, dog.
Because
now
you ran up on a women's fight.
So now what happens is let's just say because your sister more than likely will make it to the WNBA. I think we can all say that. She's gonna get a hookup on tickets. And your dumb ass can't go to the game because you try to jump on the court. You try and jump a girl.
And in this age of social media, when people know that they can push one of those buttons because they want to get on for clout, don't think one of those TikTokers or whatever else is called out there, don't think they won't try it. Don't think they won't.
Just wow, just madness, man. You gotta relax. Gotta relax out there, man. Gotta relax. Sheesh.
All right, man. Let's see. We can start wrapping this one on up. What you got any more final thoughts? More wise uncle words?
Man, one day at a time, y'all. 49 faithfully. Appreciate you. Hey, one day at a time, man. Take it like that. Make each day better than yesterday and then today. You know what I mean? Tomorrow. Think about it. Pray about it. We get there, be thankful for it.
Yeah.
That's how I look at it.
Oh, I love it. You know, I think I want to add to that. One of my friends, she told me this saying, right? And like it's one of those things that try to keep telling myself now, right? Basically, like it'll be all okay in the end. If it isn't okay, it's not the end. And that's just something I keep telling myself, with certain things that are going on too. Christian, by the way, don't worry because all those NIL deals that she has, they turn into endorsements. So the money's going to be fine. Money's going to be fine.
Very good. Very good. Yeah. Now you can't go to no games. It's a big fight. You can't even go to a fight no more because now you can't even get into arenas.
Oh, you really can't go to the fight because you might be the main event.
You might be the main event now. You big dummy. You big dummy.
That's it. I want to know what happened to the other dude. Like I said, it looked like an uncle or cousin. He was in a red shirt because he got over the rail, but he didn't get like over the scores table. Like I said, he was just a little too slow. They got him. They got him. So I wonder what happened with him. But yeah, man, that's
I don't even know.
I don't either. It'll be something interesting to find out as some of these days go by. But yeah, man, I know it's about time for me to eat some dinner. Appreciate all of y'all tuning in with us. I think we will be back on Wednesday. Sure, there'll be some more crazy free agent deals that roll through. So we'll be talking about them. So till then, y'all have a good one.
Appreciate all y'all. We like 3 strikes.